Shit on my head. So every time I open my eyes, nigga, I see red. Say it's wrong, gotta get high, I'ma slide right now.
It's your girl Chella H, the realest bitch in it.
It's your man, Big Boss Bo.
You already know, and this is Str8Drop Uncut, where we breaking it to you raw, no B12, baby. Ain't that right, bro?
You already know.
But what's good?
Same old shit, man. Grinding, doing what the fuck we do.
I see you getting to the money as usual.
I'm trying to. I can't stop. I'm trying to get some tickets.
Hey.
And a lot of them.
Hey, I know that's right.
I'm trying to catch up to you.
Hey, you know you gonna have to do a little more to catch up. No, I'm just talking. I'm really, just trying to get everything together. I got a lot going on, from the music to the podcast. It's been going crazy.
To the stove.
To everything.
Right.
Studio damn near done. I'm just trying to, get to the meals, the 250s, the 300s.
I was gonna say you're already at the meals.
The real meals.
Right. Okay. We got motherfuckers that can't get to a half a meal, to a quarter meal.
That's
fuck
right.
to 100,000. There's a lot of broke motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, it is. But it is what it is. Shout out to them. They gotta just step it up. Right now, we gonna get to the main thing. We got one of the most talented rappers from the Shack. Tay Capone, what's good?
What's good, sis, man? How y'all doing today?
Hey, we doing good, and we even better now that you here.
Hey, look, I appreciate it, man. This your boy Tay600.
You
already know. General Tay Capone, I'm checking in.
Hey, that's what's up.
We want to congratulate you first off on your new project. You know what I'm saying? Brother's Keeper. You know what I'm saying? Why did you go right too? What made you go back to that title?
Really, it was like I was actually, what was so crazy is I was in the midst of working on something else, right? And like I was just like, me, I be battling with so much things personally that I really like be in and out of music. Like people don't know it, like, but my fans, they be kind of seeing it on and off. Like it be so much other things going around that I be really having to focus on my music. Not to say that it comes second or last, but it's just like a lot of things that I be having to deal with that's right in front of me, Right. So I was in the midst of making something else, but in the midst of that, I was also in the midst of preparing for my birthday, and my manager called me. He like, man, bro, I know you working on the get back, but I feel like you need to drop My Brother's Keeper 2 on your birthday. And I'm like, My Brother's Keeper 2 is like, like that's like my most highly anticipated, highly favored, like, type of tape that my fans, like, they more react to because they know that I put, not to say that I work on it, things better or more different when it's like something that's dedicated about my brother, but it's like, My Brother's Keeper 1, the first one, it got like a legendary type feel to it, and that 2 was gonna make it like a little bit more exclusive. Like me dropping the Give Back versus me dropping My Brother's Keeper 2 was kind of like a whole different stage of, So it's like I was like, man, that's gonna be that kind of. It just made sense, Like, yeah, it's my birthday. It's already gonna be about me that day.
Right.
Then I'm gonna feed into this, And I can't never stop advocating LA. It's just like that's just like he in me.
Right.
So it's like I just whenever I can show love to my brother, that's how I come,
Right.
So it just made sense.
Yeah, that's what's up.
We was just listening to it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm fucking with it.
From beginning to end.
Yeah, I really fuck with the intro.
Oh yeah, intro. That's
I
intro
fuck
hard.
with that intro. Like that's one of my
Intro
favorites.
solid. That's one of the ones who, as soon as you put that motherfucker on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it set the tone for the
tape.
tape.
My baby.
It do. One of my favorite songs is Major. So what's your favorite song on the project?
I got a couple because I feel like I was just like, I feel like I was kind of giving people a piece of me a little bit when I was talking like Major. I feel like I kind of like gave them that little radio, little hit show, the little different side that people probably don't know that I was capable of making. Then I got like From the Slums when I kind of like talk about like, like how my past was. Intro was kind of like where I like talk to the people, address a couple things, let them feel me on some like 4 Minutes of Hell Part 4 type shit, And then, I got songs like Deep End with Polo where it's just like I kind of like show my maturity a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
And that's just like, it's them like my songs where I feel like, because they was all, none of them is the same.
Right.
They're not even in the same lane. So it's like I had to cross over a lot of times to even make this album complete, you feel me?
Right.
So them just like my 4 favorite because I feel like they was just so different from each other,
Right. That's what I like, the diversity of the tape. You know what I'm saying? And you touched on a whole lot of different topics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just like I feel like it's like when I really started locking in the music. Like when people ask me how long you been rapping, I tell them like I've been rapping since 2013, but I've been serious about it since I came home from prison. You know,
Right.
So it's like the last 3 years, and it's like that's really a question you really gotta ask a person like me, because I feel like when I was just first coming in, it was like I was just doing the basics, especially me coming in when the drill rap is where it was. Like drill at the time when I started rapping that was us. You feel me?
Right.
And so it's like now, since I came home, it's like I always, even when I was young, I feel like I was always smarter than the company I kept.
Right.
And I was always, it was like more to me than my surroundings. You know, people was never, even when I was coming up, you know, I had a name for being a bad kid, you know, but it's like that was never all that I was. That was just all that they glorified about me, you know.
Right.
That's just what everybody else knew. They never knew a lot of things about me, even from back then, that I was able to do or accomplish that was outside of street shit, you know.
Right.
Never knew that I was actually a fantastic football player. Used to be in the newspapers, all that in Joliet, and
Right.
never knew that I could draw real good, and you know was able to like win awards. And when I was coming up from that, and it was just a lot of things. Like I'm just an open book, you know.
Right.
So that's just really me. Like my whole thing is just always never letting people think that they can just pinpoint who you are, you know.
Right.
I can be so many more things, you know, and I'm just like that's just been me.
Yeah, that's something that I was about to ask. You kind of answered some of it. But what was you doing before you started making music? Like, did you have any jobs before, like regular jobs coming up?
Yeah, like, no, I never really had a regular job because I always had, like, a boss mentality, I could say. Like, I always just felt like the type of dude I was. Not never say, like, I'm not good with authority, but I never liked, like somebody feeling like they can really dictate my pace. That was even carrying over into the streets. That's why I kind of, like, went so hard to become the type of guy I was, because I know them guys was respected. You know, you couldn't really dictate those type of people. They was the ones with the say so. They was the ones with the power, you know. And that's was like, man, if that's what I gotta be to stand on my 10, that's what I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be a coward, because there ain't no power in being a coward. You know, it ain't no power in being passive or, you know, not being really aggressive when you need to be. So it's like when I was coming up in the streets, I wasn't gonna follow anything, especially anything that I never witnessed on my own. You know, that's why I became my own man. I never really had big homies, even when that was kind of in style. You know, they never really taught me the right things, and it's like I never really could get with like authority. So it's like I never really wanted a job, and I always feel like I can do something better than the person above me. You know, like just because you've been in it long, I feel like I can. Like when I came up in the streets, a lot of things that a lot of guys have been doing a while. It didn't take me long to get. You know, that's why I tell my little brothers now, like, bro, don't think because you a papa nigga that's some hard in that. It's not no hard in that. You know, it's like, you know, squeezing the trigger take 5 pounds of pressure. My son can do that. It's no hard in that, you know. Most of the people you going to run into in the streets that you going to get down on don't see it coming anyway, so you got an advantage.
Right.
That's why I was big on, before guns started coming into play for real, I used to get into a lot of fights. I used to embrace that. Because it was some hard in that, you know?
Right.
Being outnumbered, even in jail. When I sat in jail 10, 11 months, and the whole compound thought I was snitching. When I was going to court, I wasn't tucking my tail. I got enough things on my name. You ain't going to go back to your deck and say you got down on me and I was scared. I'm gonna just take I'm gonna roll with the punches. That's like how I'm coming, you know? So it's like, I don't know. I'm just a different type of guy, man. I just always embraced the hard things. Like, that's what it was about me.
All right, now with the snitching allegations, right? That was in the past. That's been in the past. But sometimes I see you still letting them pull you off your square to make you go back to even, you know what I'm saying, acknowledge the rumors of what people saying now. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's just like, you know, no matter how much I try to do as far as like become the guy that's not like just so street thugged out, I'm still a street dude, you know, just like you. You know, it's still codes, laws, and rules of the streets that we abide by, regardless of the type of life that we choose to make later on.
Facts.
And that topic is like one of the two things that you just cannot be, you know, and which makes it always gonna be sensitive for me, because the things that I've done in the streets to protect me from even being able to be considered to be that type of nigga is like y'all threw it out the window. Right. I didn't do what I did in the streets and walk the path that I walked for y'all to think that y'all was gonna easily like destroy my name and my character like that, you know. So it's like when like my name, at the end of the day, everything else is materialistic and they come and go, but your name is gonna follow you forever. Your name hit the people first, like before you even come into the Fed building. The niggas in the Feds already know who you is, what you've done, what you haven't done, you know, and that's just in the streets too. Niggas don't just run into a lot of these guys nowadays. If they know you coming, they gonna find out who you is and what you got going on. Right. So it's like with me, with that shit follow me. You feel me? And it's like, regardless of if niggas believe it or not, it's to get spoke on or have certain niggas that you respect. That's like me. I respect you, right? And I care about what you say. So if you felt like even if you just say if you felt just unsure about what was going on, you know, that'll make me feel away because that's sensitive, and I care about real niggas respecting me because I'm a real nigga. And I'm gonna respect real niggas, you know. So it's like when sometimes. When I feel like it's being said to clown niggas or clown niggas is entertaining, I've avoided it a lot of times. But like when I feel like people trying to taint who I am and what I've done to niggas that I respect or that I look at in a certain image, it's like you're gonna make me get in my bag a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I kind of like I've done interviews because a lot of people still blind to the fact about things, and a lot of the things that like when the situation first happened, right? It was like 2080. Like literally, I felt like everything was against me. Like I didn't see the light of this situation. I never knew I was even gonna be able to make sense of it how I did. And it took. And you gotta remember, like this is over a course of almost 6 years. Like this ain't even something that I was able to do overnight. Imagine like people would have been broke down from this. Like they would have stopped trying, stopped fighting, stopped doing a lot of things from this situation. It would have broke them. You know what I'm saying? Rather it was true or false, it would have broke them. Just exhausting. This is exhausting. Right. And it wasn't like I was just out here the whole time. I was put into situations where I had to fight cases and sit in here with niggas who really believe this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in court and I don't like I can't even run with my crew really in that because y'all Rondo them in here, they want to make niggas think I'm telling them they been in here lying to these niggas for the last 2 years. So when I walk in, it's like, oh, there you go. Now I gotta get it on with whoever think it's that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just like, it's be sensitive, you know, and sometimes depending on who is talking about it or who is trying to spread to, it just make me react sometimes, you know?
I feel you. So have you talked to Rondo?
Man, I talked to 9 and I just like, after the last time I talked to him, it's because 9, the type of nigga 9 is, see, people don't know the Rondo I know, you know? And that's another thing. That's another pro and con because being us coming up in this drill age, Rondo is kind of like at the Sosa and them wave. He like one of them front runners of the drill. You feel me? After Sosa and them Dirk and them wave came and they was already where they was. Now like him, P. Rico, Duck, they was like that second big wave of that type of music. You feel me? So a lot of the fans respect him, and by him being like the first to do it in our era at least, it make him the fans. It's like a lot of them not gonna go against him. You know, it's just like Sosa. Sosa is like he's the father of this. It's not really nothing that you can say about Sosa. That's why anybody that comes in trying to disrespect him, they don't go that far. That's why a lot of ops that we into it with, they don't get into that because the fans, y'all gotta shut these fans, and y'all not gonna get a bigger spot in their heart than he is. He made this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all really lost y'all lost all damn ready, really. You feel me? Right. So it's like with Rondo, it's like people think like because this and that the things he do and the way he go about shit be legit, and it's just like, you know, this real nigga for life shit. I know Rondo, you used to be a certain type of nigga, but at the end of the day, things change, bro. And I didn't know that you was a pump faking ass nigga, you know? Like, I talked to 9, and I told 9 the last time I just spoke to him, I said, bro, I talked to you before I went to the county and saw you. And when I seen you in the county, multiple times, we kicked it like it was 2011. But when I'm not around you or I don't have conversations with you behind closed doors, what we talk about or how we kick it never makes it to the rest of the world. That's a problem because you are misleading people and me. You misleading me and everybody that's involved in this shit. You know what I'm saying? You not the way you look at me, and that's why I say that's some pussy ass shit. You feel me? And it's like I've never even talked about the situation in the manner where I was like, I'm starting to disrespect niggas' character. You feel me? Because I really never gave a fuck for real. I just always been trying to prove my innocence. How you maneuver and act really don't mean nothing to me. But in this situation, it's like, bro, I've been protecting you and your image for a long time. But you ain't been right this whole time. You know what I'm saying? You've been misleading niggas, making people think that I've done shit that I haven't done. Then come to find out I exposed some shit that now I got you in here incriminating your rapping. This is the shit that you drove over me about for the last 6 years and lied to these people about, and now you get cracked and get 40 years, and then you file an appeal on the grounds of the fact that your lawyer was ineffective just because they didn't more vigorously pursue the theory that your rappy killed a nigga and you weren't accountable for his actions. So you went from denying that you was even there or had anything to do with this situation to just saying I was there and I could control what my homie did. That ain't street. That's some police shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like it. I feel like, bro, you knew this in the beginning. You knew this 3 years ago. And you let the world think that it was me and it was you. That ain't real.
Right, I see that situation. What about C-Day? When was the last time you talked to him? Or have you talked to him?
Me and C-Day, I ain't gonna say I talked to C-Day directly. C-Day sent word to me. You feel me? C-Day, before he went to the SIG, he didn't know nothing about the things that I released. He didn't know nothing about it. He had no clue of it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I guess, you know, C-Day hearing about the appeal shit and all of that, and he in a joint with my engineer's brother. My engineer called his brother and asked, do we still be engineering meat? And my engineer told him, yeah, I was just engineering bro last night. See, they got on the phone with him and told him, like, man, you know, it's a lot of shit going on. That shit was bogus, you know, on Lil Boo, this, that, and the third. He fucked up, hurt by the shit, you feel me? He didn't know nothing about the shit that was going on and how his rap implicated him in none. You feel me? He didn't know that. And he was like, he told for like, I never was the nigga that was saying that Tay was ever in my paperwork or he got down on me or anything. I always just went off what folks said because I thought he didn't have a reason to lie on him.
Right.
You feel me? But he like, I always feel like it was something weird to it because what you got on you and what they got on me is the same. You feel me? So if he implicate one, he implicate the other. So It's like, what's going on with you that ain't going on with me? You feel me? But, you know, he still did whatever he did and wrote it, how he wrote it, you know, and it was like, he felt the way when he found out how Nan was approaching the situation as far as the appeal. So he called and basically spoke his piece about the situation. So
it's safe to say a lot of people, so I guess you waking a lot of people up, because I just seen you make amends with Dotarachi.
Mm-hmm.
I seen y'all on the interview together and all that.
Yeah.
Is it any more? How did that go? And is there any more of the guys from 600 that you used to run with that you've been talking to and trying to make amends with?
See, the thing about it is, like, what I've been telling people is the whole time is the only reason it ever looked like my block really didn't fuck with me is because all the niggas I don't fuck with are like internet rap niggas. You feel me? So these the niggas that speak. These the niggas that people know or the fans know that they kind of look forward to talking about these shit. But a lot of these niggas, like I say, man, the hood is like basketball. When people die, when people get injured or they retire, the people after them got to step up, you know? That's like Russell Westbrook. If he go out of the game when he was playing for OKC, then the shooter, his backup point guard, then the shooter averaging about 15, 14 points a game. Russell Westbrook is a walking triple-double. But if he get injured today, guess who got to come in and be the starting point guard? Then it's Str8D, right?
Right.
Regardless as if he's as good as Russell Westbrook or not, he's next in line.
Right.
He's what's left, you know? That's the same thing in the streets. When guys get whacked or they get incarcerated, which is a lot of us that was putting in the pain or putting in the work for the hood. A lot of us was separated or moved around, got smarter, got cracked, got killed, whatever the situation may be. So what we dealing with right now is the niggas, the products of what's left over.
Right.
You feel me? These the guys, these the leftovers, the guys that's here because they wasn't on nothing from the jump or they just not want to get into something. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So it's like at the end of the day, y'all what's left. Y'all the only niggas that can speak. And a lot of y'all, because of what y'all wasn't doing back when we was actually in this shit and we needed y'all, niggas like me, I was exposing that shit. Like, y'all was my niggas, bro. Don't get me wrong. We from the same hood. Anybody outside of us fuck with y'all, it's on. But at the end of the day, y'all couldn't live like me. Y'all couldn't have the respect that I had because we was out here risking it for that.
Right.
These things, when we came up, these things them got on our ass about a lot of the things that we was and was not doing. If you wasn't ready for this to do what we was doing, what they was doing, you ain't built for this. Go find you something else to do. Stay in school. You know, do this, do that. We not making what you choose to do wrong. But if you choosing to be in this, be in it 10 toes. Don't have one foot in, one foot out. Like when I was a gangbanger, I treated that like anything else I ever did in my life. When I was playing football, I wanted to be the best football player in my league, whatever. In high school and grammar school, when I played for Washington Park Redskins, I wanted to be the best player I could be.
Right.
When I was a street guy, I wanted to be the best street nigga I could be. I wasn't in it halfway. And I wasn't trying to do things that was like, that was gonna solidify me as a street nigga, but not have to do a lot of things that was gonna like get me jail time or, you know, we was risking it. That was where my heart was at. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, y'all sit around watching us risk it. We doing this shit to make sure our hood is a household name and niggas know we standing on business, and y'all just watching this shit and y'all reaping benefits off of it, but y'all not doing what we doing to reap these benefits. That shit ain't cool. So a lot of them, I was the guy that was always the one that's gonna say something to them. Bro, you ain't on this, you ain't with this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't do this, you can't do that either. You know what I'm saying? If you not gonna do this how we doing it, then you ain't finna live like we living. You ain't finna thug how we thug. You ain't finna have all the bitches thinking you this nigga and you wanna look savage in your pictures and look dirty so people could think you a gangster and all that, and you really ain't putting in no pain. So a lot of the guys that's left, they got issues with me from shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that is left that was on some, we still rock to this day. We kick it. I always get calls from the hood. Everything that go on in Inglewood, Woodlawn area, I get the call from the hood.
Right.
I don't get this from no outsider. I'm not an outsider. This was my hood for most of these niggas that's around now. So it's just like people are confused that it's like, this nigga just disowned. I was never disowned. Y'all listening to 5 niggas that never liked me because I used to treat them back in the day like bitches. They say so. They don't hold no weight for real. They don't even hold more weight than me now, and they in there over there every day.
Was they at one point considered your brothers, or they just a part of the camp?
I ain't even gonna lie, man. It's no nigga out right now that I can say was in my circle besides really that was actually on anything. You feel me? Besides Buka and his little brother, like they was in my crowd. You feel what I'm saying? But you see the crowd he in now, so it's like I expect everything he do to happen like that because he OTF. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't even with the crowd of niggas he ran with. You know what I'm saying? He with a whole nother crowd of niggas on some rap shit now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, he doing what he got to do to be how he be. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I can't say no nigga out here right now was in my crowd. They was never in my crowd. They never ran with us. That's what a lot of the confusion come in for me at when I told Nine this. I said, bro, you got niggas out here talking for you that you used to put out your car. You used to come grab me like, folks, sneak out the back door by yourself. Woo. You didn't even want these niggas in traffic with you. You wouldn't go on a drill with these niggas. They couldn't come to your crib or nothing. But these the niggas that's free 9 getting it tatted on them and shit. Like, bro, this shit don't make no sense. But that's because niggas get in certain situations and start settling for a lot of goofy shit. That's like when 9 started co-signing 6ix9ine. I seen that snitch shit from a mile away. He came on the interview and said, yeah, I got that inspiration from Rondo. Rondo started sacking him. I said, bro, this man, what, Rainbow Hell. Huh?
Want some clout.
Yeah, I said, bro, this nigga, who ain't inspired by us at this point? You can't be enthused by niggas getting bigger than us. All these rappers are inspired by us. They all coming out a minute. Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, Lil Tika, all the little young, hottest niggas in the game. NBA Youngboy, they all come up off this. Chicago, I've been realized, because I've been around these niggas, and I've been realized, like, bro, these niggas real life, like, came up off us. No matter how much we want to shortchange and make ourselves believe that we still regular niggas, bro, we not. I had to move around a lot to really understand that, and I'm only 20, or I just made 23 the other day. And niggas be like, damn, so how old you was when all that shit? I'm like, nigga, I was 16.
Right.
I was 15, you feel me?
Right.
And motherfuckers don't understand, like, bro, that shit damn near 10 years ago. And they like, damn. So y'all, all that shit was going on. Why you think when I run across a lot of people, they don't believe I'm as young as I am? Because when we came in, I just wanted to be the best person I could be. You
Right.
feel me? I used to be the guy, when I'm in the Audi home, locked up in jail, I'm caught my first pipe case at 14. I'm up in the library, locked up, reading gang literature. Searching it up on the computer, getting home, coming home with it. Like, bro, this, that. Cause this kind of around the time, this was like the last age of niggas was calling you out on your shit. Like, all right, so you think you with this shit, shorty? What this mean? What that is? What that is? And I was the type of nigga, bro. Once you do that to me one time, and I ain't 100, bro. I gotta get out this shit. Right. I quit. Nah, you exposed. I'm fool. Nigga come up on you, ask you what's your laws. You can't tell me you ain't game.
Now, I know a lot of times when it's a clique full of, because everybody got a whole clique. Then you got sub-cliques, you know. So I'm trying to see, like, because I'm not familiar with everybody's clique, who's there, this and that. Is it anybody who you wish that you could just, like, because at the end of the day, I understand what you're saying as far as, like, damaging reputation and, you know, misunderstanding and lack of communication. Is it anybody that you wish that y'all had a bond at some point, but the way that they went about it was so fucked up? Do you wish to fix y'all situationship?
See, it's just like, even if I did, right, if I wanted to, I feel like it's so bad now that I could never even see it. Like, if I probably would have wanted if it was like less damage than that, but like how things happen, like the situation with me and S-Dot, right? And he probably is the only nigga that I would have like amended this with, because it was never really none serious between me and Dot anyway. I've been understanding that it was a lot of people taint his brain, and how we talked about in the other interview, like when it first started going on, me and Dot was still rocking. Like, he didn't jump on this wagon instantly, you feel me? And me being a street nigga, I gotta understand certain things, you know, like, it's just like when I told Rondo this, I said, well, you know your people, you know them. You can't let nobody tell you nothing wrong about niggas that you supposed to know. But sometimes being in the street, hearing things so much, it'll make you question somebody, you know? So I kind of understood what Dot was going on. It just never got that bad with me and Dot. So when it was time to, like, make amends or, you know, come together, it was like, it wasn't that much bad blood. But, like, how I look at this, anybody outside of S-Dot, bro, y'all was trying to get me killed.
But I saw an interview with 600 Breezy, and he was saying, you know, he was pretty much not really going at you in the interview that I saw with the Say Cheese. He said he believed it, but he said that he think, you know, you was tricked into it or whatever. Not, you know what I'm saying? That I ain't see nothing like really, you know, like how other people was like really just going heavy, you know. And then I'm gonna be real, cause I had a couple homies who the stipulation where motherfucker thought they was snitching, and before I just jumped on that bandwagon, you know, I did pull back just to see what's going on for myself. You know what I'm saying? But I never would throw that out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing you don't want to call a man is a snitch, a rapist, or a faggot, or homosexual, rather. Yeah. Now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So those three things, you know, so sometimes I think that, you know, and then I'm older too. So if I was younger, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes young guys don't really know how to react in those situations. You know what I'm saying? So like when I saw you and S-Dot make amends, I like that. You know, I love seeing, especially if it's a real friendship with somebody that's really, because at the end of the day, I know people can get hurt or get killed behind this. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to, like, even on this show, we don't try and bring drama, because I know that a lot of shit come from the internet and from other bloggers and vloggers and motherfuckers instigating this shit. You know what I'm saying? Sure. So with me, I be trying to see if it's any way to make a motherfucker look different at it. Right. You know what I'm saying? To try and save a life versus, because y'all young. You know what I'm saying? My son, 18. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't that many years younger than you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I be trying to save you young brothers, because, you know, y'all ain't really, even though y'all living, y'all ain't really got a chance to live, you know, for real.
That's really like, and that's why it's so crazy, because like me, I be on the same shit. Like, bro, the way I went for my hood is just like, it took me so long to build this type of, like, act towards them. Like, bro, like, you don't remember, like, it was so many times where I just wanted to, like, try to make this shit right. Like, how could we fix this? You know, like, I wanted to do that so many times, bro, but it was like, I had to realize, like, bro, they don't want this shit fixed. You feel me? It's like, even with Breezy, right? Me and Breezy fell out because of the shit. It was just like, how you saying that Say Cheese interview, it was like, it looked like that in that interview. But then it's like, you do a This Is 50, and you say, I set Rondo up, my phone was tapped. Then you do another interview with Vlad and say, you seen the paperwork, but you don't remember who showed it and all this other shit that you saying, you feel me? And it was like, it was always bullshit. And then, you know, I catch Breezy on the phone, call with somebody I know. I instantly get on the phone, record the whole conversation, check him, and he cop a plea to the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And this is like, bro, I'm going to stand behind what I say. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm acting like it's 100% legit. Right. I always put myself in the other nigga's shoe before I try to judge how it should have went, because I know. Like I just told my cousin this in the other room. I said, bro, I'm not riding or putting my name on nothing that I'm not 100% sure about. Because at the end of the day, when it come out to be otherwise, everybody that advocated this shit, you going to look bogus depending on how long you stood on top of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's just like why one of the reasons why I believe why I probably won't never get a sorry from a lot of people, because when you carry a lie that could have got a man killed, or that could have been the reason he not able to feed his family, feed his son, feed his people, you know, take care of a lot of the things that he's supposed to be able to take care of because he's talented and he deserve a lot of this shit. The people, when it come out to be false, that you did all this shit to this person, a lot of people will not forgive you for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like a lot of my friends and a lot of the fans that's got wrapped into this situation, they is the reason why like certain people that, you know, we ain't gonna say no names, but these people, the people I don't fuck with, they got some industry help. You feel me? And they got industry niggas backing them. But other than that, how long can you survive this shit? You feel me? How long can you stay what people want to hear and what they want to listen to? Like me, by the grace of God, I've been able to still maintain relevant through all this shit, you know, with nobody, no cosigns, no nothing, just me, my stride, my hustle, just me. You know, I've been able to maintain, like, on top of my shit, still ahead of the game, you know what I'm saying? Been able to get verified, been able to get on TV, been able to do a lot of things still with a lot of this shit going on. And it's like, how long can y'all do that without the help that y'all have? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, my fans are realizing that a lot of this shit is bullshit, and it's starting to really fuck up a lot of they music. You feel me? That's why a lot of people that I don't fuck with that, they starting to be talked about for the other reasons besides music. You know what I'm saying? Publicity stunts, you know, a lot of, like, that's why when I rap, I don't try to, like, go against, like, what I'm supposed to be talking about. That's why I stopped dissing ops, because that's attention. Right. That's kind of like how you boost up, like, how many views would you get if you wasn't dissing nobody? You know what I'm saying?
You just hit a
and that's just like me. I always tell people, like, bro, I'm gonna be noticed for my craft.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna be noticed like that shit old that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I was talented enough to not do it back then. It was just my environment. I was young and dumb.
Right.
But when I came home and I had seen a lot of shit different, the old head pulled me to the side and the joint said, I don't give a fuck what's going on. If you're a real nigga, you don't never talk about nobody that ain't around to defend their own honor. So if a nigga dead, don't never speak on him. You feel me?
I feel the same way.
So I've been on some shit like, bro, I don't need no boost to feed what I got going on, bro. The people that know I'm talented, they gonna know. They gonna rock with my music because it's hot. They gonna rock because I said, fuck this nigga, and they tryna, you feel me? I ain't doing that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, with a lot of this shit, I just feel like it went too far, and people ain't gonna never say they sorry or admit to a lot of things they did wrong. So it'll never be no amending a lot of things, even if I really possibly even would entertain the fact of not just saying we going to kicking it back to being on the block together, but we just saying out here hating each other or throwing salt on each other, even if that's how I wanted to approach the situation. It'll still have to be a lot of public apologies, because a lot of these things were done in public. This wasn't done in private. So you don't do things like this in public and you apologize in private. So if you're not gonna apologize in public, then it's never gonna be no real
apology.
Re-amending it. You know what I'm saying?
Has anybody apologized?
Oh yeah, a couple of the guys. You feel what I'm saying? A couple of niggas that came like, bro, you know, I mean, they kind of threw it on other things. They never really took accountability for their own actions, but they came out and was like, bro, you know, folks was saying that, you know, and one of the guys came and told me like, bro, you know, you fucked up. And he said you shouldn't even left. He like, I'm like, why you say that? He like, bro, because you leaving made the decision to not co-sign with you more easy because you not here. You not here. These guys around the guys every day that don't like you. So guess what they gonna be? The guy that don't like you too. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're not here to make like when the shit was going on, when the first situation started happening, I showed my ass. I wasn't even living on the block when the shit first went down. I moved in the hood when they was trying to say I snitched. Right. I moved in the heart of the hood, and I was on the block every day. You feel me? And nobody never came, brought no bullshit to my crib, never played crazy with me on the block, because they know I get wild. You know, so it's like they never did a lot of shit. And it's like, soon as I left and I got out the way, it was like, it's like it went up in flames. It boosted up. The number of haters just went all the way to the moon, because it's like I'm not there no more. It's really not even a side to pick, because these niggas around each other in the hood every day, and I'm not in the hood every day. Even when I was living on the block, I wasn't in the hood every day, because I was really working. I was out of town. You know what I'm saying? I come back for them. Yeah, yo, rapping ass, you out of town. That's really some hate shit, but you gonna play it off. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, so when I left, it was like I gave them like the free will to just like side with the bullshit, because that's where it was at, and I wasn't over there. So that's really just the mistake that I feel like was a mistake that I made. But other than that, it's like that shit was just food.
Speaking of mistakes, because I want to get off. I definitely want to get off into the music, because I'm thinking of Major that popped in my head. I'm still hearing it. I wanted to ask you, as far as like the situation, a lot of people had technicalities in it. Okay, well, he didn't snitch, but he kind of placed himself there. Do you think that came from just lack of, you got to think, y'all was 15, 16. A lot of times when there's some shit going down, you don't really know how to maneuver, you know? Like, for example, my son is like the opposite of me, so I'm always, look, if something ever happened to you, don't do no talking until you got a lawyer. Do you think any of that played into place? Do you wish that you just didn't say anything, or you know?
See, the thing about it, even before I was a street guy, my daddy did 10 years in the feds, and this was before this was before I was even a street guy. This was probably when I was about 10, 11 years old, and I watched that whole situation unfold. My daddy homies told on him. You know what I'm saying? My mama had my daddy paperwork. She was bailing out on people with it. You know what I'm saying? I always knew it was no such thing as a secret snitch. You know what I'm saying? This is before the streets came into my life. I knew that if you tell on somebody and they get locked up for it, you're gonna have to. This is what's gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? And my mama, she played a very big role in me, how I grew up as a person and a man. I'm a mama's boy, even when my daddy was home. Me and my daddy like this, but it's just like, that's my mom. I'm her only son. So it's like we had a different type of bond. Right. So it's like my mama is a G. She a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And she a loving person. You would never know her when you meet her. But if you know her from her past, is to know that my mama's a gangster. So even the certain things that my daddy wasn't around to teach me, my mama for sure knew. Right. Even with the situation at hand. I was a minor. So my mama came in. We don't got nothing to say. We finna get this lawyer. We finna do this, do that, do that. You know, this is what I knew before she came, but she made it solidified when she walked in. And it's like me, the only thing that I don't even regret doing anything, because I never, like me. Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. I am a smooth criminal. Like, the reason is the guys that's been arrested for major things, that could have been me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from that, you know what I'm saying? I'm that guy, you know what I'm saying, too. So it's like, it's no reason that I'm not in a situation charged for a lot of shit, but the simple fact that I'm gonna cover my tracks, or if I'm got anything going on that's too messy or too open, I'm not gonna participate in it. I'm gonna get in, get out. I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna implicate me later. I'm not gonna leave anything that's gonna get me cracked soon. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna get out of there. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I was saying, and I may not know the whole story, but I was under the impression that the reason that people were saying this rumor is because you had kind of placed yourself there. I mean, so if you hadn't, do you think that things could have just been different? Like, if you could have just opted out of that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, the thing is, I will never place myself at a scene of a murder. That's what people realize.
Right. So that wasn't true then.
I placed myself at a party that was in this area. hours before.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
Just at the scene.
I placed myself there. But the thing about it is, before I stopped talking, period, I just didn't want to, because police will try anything to make you look guilty.
And extra shit.
If I know what they already know, that I know that's not illegal, I can admit to that. So when you come in the room and you trying to, we know you was at this party. Yeah, I was at that party.
Right.
And you know what else? What else happened? I never came or left with the guys that y'all said murdered anybody.
Right.
I never came or left. This is on camera. These row houses on 39th and Wentworth. Y'all can clearly see me leaving and coming, not with people that y'all claiming that just murdered somebody. So what am I to be scared of? What am I to duck? Oh, yeah, I went there. I was at my girl crib. Oh, I don't gotta say none of that.
What it is,
y'all can't implicate me in none of this. Y'all, cause I know him. Oh, okay, cool. So what?
Yeah.
So what? What do that mean? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's just like me. I came home after I left the station. That's the thing that I told everybody. That's how that was. I was like, man, yeah, I admitted to that. Because y'all can't make, because this happened at this time. Y'all clearly see me coming and going, not with these people y'all accusing of doing a crime. And that because I know them or I'm friends with them, that mean I'm a part of some shit. That don't got shit to do with me, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, yeah, I admitted that shit. And I don't feel like it was nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I just feel like, and this is not to say what did and didn't happen, I just feel like people just need to be accountable for their actions. Being a street guy means holding shit down too. You know what I'm saying? And knowing when you fucked up, or just knowing when you gotta face the music. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things that I like, when like RP my nigga Benz, White Mo. Right. I sat in the county 10 months. I sat in the jail 10, 11 months for a pipe that he had. And he'll tell you if he was alive, he came out when I came home and admitted to this, bro. I could have told on him then. You know what I'm saying? They came in and raided the police station and locked me up for a 30 that wasn't mine. Beat the dreads out of me and everything, scarred me. You know what I'm saying? I had to cut my hair really for that reason. You know what I'm saying? All of this happened because of a gun that he had. But at the end of the day, when it came, and I knew the situation I had going on, I didn't want to go to the county for real. Because I didn't want to have to go through what I knew I was going to have to go through. You feel me? So I could have ducked it. I could have, bro, that's his gun. Got him booked. But at the end of the day, I accept the laws and the rules of the streets, and this is what we know when we come out here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be like bogus about it. They locked me up for it. I had to face the music. I had to sit in the county 6 months, sit in them, joined another 5 months, came home. You know what I'm saying? Caught another pipe case after that, wrongfully again. And it's just like, I've never been a guy that was just like, I've got to pin it on somebody else. Whatever come from me, bro, look, I'm out here knowing what's going on. We carrying these pipes willingly. I know you got it on you, and I know, man, they might, if I'm with you, it's a chance that it might end up on me because you ain't going to claim it. But at the end of the day, man, this is how we rocking. We got to protect ourselves. We got to maneuver and do the shit the right way. So it's like, at the end of the day, I never been like, oh, yeah, I'm going to sell this nigga out or do this and do that.
That's what the games, the rules to the games change. Like, if my pipes, I got popped with my pipe. I'm not gonna let them take it. Man, that's mine. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we came up. Now, back in the day, you know, I was chief, so they done raided some cribs and then found 6, 7 guns in there, and all my little guys, they took them all, but they wasn't gonna let, you know what I'm saying? Let me go down for it. Yeah. But I would never let nobody. If we together, this is my pipe. I get popped with this pipe. This is mine. I ain't gonna let them put a pipe on you. You know what I'm saying?
That's just like, you know, and I feel like that's right. You feel me? But it's like I gotta come up in the laws and how this shit moving in my era. You feel me? And I understand, like, these guys, they not gonna, like, I feel like that's the right thing to do, honestly. You feel me? Because a lot of the people, you got to remember, everybody ain't first-time offenders, man. You would get a nigga cracked for a pipe that ain't his. He got to get on the bitch. Now he doing 11, 12 years straight for a pipe that ain't even his. You a fucking nigga life up. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand this, but it's like, at the end of the day, bro, and you see how I was like, I know he ain't going to claim it because niggas ain't going to claim it. It don't matter if a nigga first-time offender, if he know his people got bond money, he going to be out the mile, and he know the nigga that he finna put it on going to have to sit the whole time, ain't going to have no bond money, nobody really give a fuck about him. They'll still let him go through that. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is watered down and it ain't right. Like, the only reason that I'm able to sit up here and talk how I talk at 23 years old and talk like I got some sense and, you know, act like I've really been through some shit is because I really like, before a lot of this shit, you know, my daddy, he a made man too. My uncle's all made man, you feel me? And back in the day, I just used to really witness a lot of shit, and it's like, I actually, I didn't know at the time because I was young, but it was actually going into my persona and who I am today. Like, I was learning from that shit. My daddy got 10 years at a young age. I'm like, damn. I seen niggas I was calling my uncle used to change my diapers. They told on him, and I'm looking at this shit like, damn. So this how this shit go? Like this is one of the ways this shit unfold. And this shit was just like, it kind of like scarred me in a good way, cause it's like that shit was like very detrimental, but it was like some movie shit. Like the shit I'm going through now, that shit's some movie shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit you see on TV and you be like, damn. So this shit really go down like that, you know what I'm saying?
You overcame it though. So I love seeing you the Tay600 on the internet and shit with his son, showing that being a great father, you know what I'm saying, and being involved in your kids' lives to try and show them a better way so they don't come up like we do. So when I see you do certain things, I be like, I be wanting to hit you. Sometimes I say, man, don't fall back off into the bullshit. Yeah. But like when I see you posting the little memes yesterday, or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm like, you know, I was gonna say, little bro, don't even go off into that, because you focused on something positive. So you know you don't even want to bring that dark cloud over you. Let's stay on the right track, track to getting to the motherfucking, to the real money at the end of the road.
I know really, bro, like, that's how I know I'm a changed person, because I hate to do it too. Like, it really takes so much. Like, bro, when I do it, it's like, you just overly blew me. Like, I don't even let a lot of little things, like, even how quick I used to entertain things, like, even if you catch me entertaining it probably been going on days before I actually spoke on it. You feel me? Because I try to, I look at myself as somebody who a lot of people pay attention to. So even if I speak on something negative or positively, I'm still giving light to the situation.
Right.
So a lot of things I really don't really want to even talk about for real unless I really got to entertain it. So it's like now I just be like, bro, I really don't even feel like even with this shit, like, bro, the shit I was doing yesterday, I feel like over this time, at this point, I done proved all I need to prove, and I really should stop talking about this shit.
Right.
But it's like people are able, because I told you the situation is sensitive, even to this day. It's just people able to press certain buttons that's gonna get me out of my character, and like as they get me out of my character, and I feel like I know how I'm about to react, I be like going through it, because I know I really don't feel like doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like me, I really be focused on some other shit. Like my son is like a big part of my rehabilitation. Right. Like, you feel me? Like, I found love in some shit that I ain't never had, you know? Right. And I was like, damn, you know? And I come from my father, like, he wasn't like, the most time I ever spent away from my daddy was that big. Right. Like, I know my daddy all my life, you know what I'm saying? And we, when I was in jail, like, we was close, and before then, that was my nigga, and that's who I remember, and he always been there. And since he been home, he right back in action. So I was like, I really got a lot of good shit instilled in me that I be trying to focus on, and not a lot of this negative shit. You feel me? And it's some peace in that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just fucking with your son, working on your music. You know what I'm saying? Becoming a better artist. You know, becoming a better father figure and a big brother or a boyfriend or a husband or whatever. You know, just that type of shit. There's some peace in that. So when I gotta get drawn back into negative shit, street shit that I've already beaten or overcame, it really get on my nerve, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I know one thing that I do know is that no matter what, you dominate the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Your numbers go crazy. I was just wondering, like, in certain generations like yours, I know you go crazy on the internet. Do you ever feel like you neglected by other areas like radio, or, you know, how sometimes they have a lot of events going on and it be shit like that? Do you be like, oh, they petty, or how do that make you feel?
I definitely feel like I get disrespected a lot, you feel me? Especially with a lot of things going on in my own city, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, the fans, they know it's like, bro, you cannot diminish the part in the role that I played in this shit either, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a legend in my own right too, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but a lot of this shit going on, I definitely got to put respect on my name. And it's like, I've been going like this since the very beginning. I'm one of them artists that you could kind of say been putting out, been able to even when I was coming in, I was putting out acceptable music, and I just got better with time, like wine. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that came in the game a certain type of way and weren't even able to keep that same momentum or keep that same type of style or, you know, good quality music. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to elevate, and a lot of things what I feel like going on in it, I feel like that comes from a lot of blackballing. You know, it's a lot of people besides me that I feel like don't get a lot of recognition and respect that they deserve in the city. That been going hard for a long time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Ops and all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of that shit, I feel like it's a lot of blackballing and like really personally keeping us out the mix type shit. You feel me? I can see that shit from a mile away.
Yeah, some be blackballing, some just be bitch ass people who don't know what's going on. Like they hop on waves when they feel the need to. You know what I'm saying? That could be a problem too. I know you talking about your son, and I see how much you honor your family. So that's always respectable, from your mama to your sister to your son. How was even in your relationship? How was that, like being in a relationship? Because you publicize your relationship. How was that being in a relationship and dealing with, you know, thoughts and boppers trying to interfere with that, hopping in a DM, like, how do you control that?
You really can't control it at all. You just gotta control yourself. And you know, like, when really, like, see me, look, right, me and my BM, right, like, how we was rocking, right, like, I used to do a lot of fucked up shit, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, I've been fucking with my BM since, like, I was 15 and she was 14, so it's like a lot of the shit. I'm still only 23 as of 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I did a lot of fucked up shit, but I was a child. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to learn to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still only young. Like niggas that's my age still ain't got it together, not even halfway. So it's like that was things that I used to try to tell her, like, bro, like, I know I fucked up, but, like, bro, you talking from shit. I was 17, 16, 15. Like, nigga, I'm really getting this shit started to realize that I'm one of them people that girls actually really want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to enjoy the fruits of my labor. I'm tweaking, but, man, I can't really control this shit right now. So I have to really deal with it and really address it. And as far as, like, anybody in my family, bro, I always been like family oriented, like, bro, my family, my household, I should say, I always been like that household that people always flock to, like my sister friends, my mama friends, my little sister friends, like anybody that I ever brought around or been in my house, met my mama, met my sisters, bro, it was always like they looked at, oh, these my sisters. They always was able to, oh, these my sisters now. This my mama. You feel me? Like, that was that household. Me and my mama and my sisters, we stick together like we from a group home. You know, like, it don't matter what's going on. My mama, I'm her only son. You can't tell nobody nothing about my mama's son. Like, she gonna come. It don't matter right or wrong. She gonna defend me. You know what I'm saying? And when I get in them jams, bro, I don't care what my mama was doing, where she was at. Nigga, if I'm at the station, they lock me up for a trespass or something, my mama gotta come get me. If she at work, she's finna leave work. And she was doing that for me and my homies. Like, nigga, if she could, these niggas' mamas was leaving them at the station, not even come picking them up. My mama come signing 8 people out, getting them out of there, and she driving a two-door Monte Carlo. You know what I'm saying?
Because I heard y'all house was like the spot to be at.
Yeah, it was, you know, and not in a negative way. Like my mama was just like passive about a lot of shit. She just understood. Like, my mama was one of them people. Like, when she finally figured out that I was actually in the streets, she enjoyed me being home. So it's like, and we lived in the hood, so it's like I'm always finding a reason to run out the door because I'm right in the hood anyway. So I'm always finding a reason to run out the door. So when I would be in the house, she would just have like one of them times, like, bro, whatever you feel like you need to do outside that you feel like you can't do in here, this your crib. Like, you don't have to go stand on the corner with your friends. You come in the crib, you know, y'all kick it in your room, and you know, y'all be in your room. You know, y'all want to watch TV or kick y'all feet up or something. Y'all don't gotta go duck police and dodge bullets to hang with each other. Like, y'all want y'all to know y'all can come in here, you know, as long as everything is respectful and kept together, y'all can always come in your house and kick it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and my sister, her friends knew that as well. You know, my crib was never disrespected or made to be like some trap or none of that. We lived in the best cribs. People made sure they never disrespected, dirtied up, or went against anything my mama had to say in a negative way. It was just like, they all understand, but it was like she sheltered us, you know what I'm saying? And they fell in love with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like me coming up, I always been close to my family. So it's like anybody that I got close to that I treated like family, like they always caught the vibes. It was always sincere. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and C-Day became close, man. This man moved with me for a whole year and a half. Like, had him in the crib. My mama taking care of him like she taking care of me, because I'm still young as hell. He older than me, but he's a kid too.
Right.
She buying me Timbs, buying him Timbs. Buying me clothes, buying him clothes. Buying me drawers, buying him drawers. When she ate, whoever lived in the crib, it don't matter what she bought to eat. If it was 8 of us in the crib, she about to buy 3-4 pizzas. She about to buy 4-5 pops. You know, it's just like a family thing. And I always had that, like, and my father was like that too, because he had money, so he didn't give a fuck about how many people it was. You feel me? He tricked off on his niggas, his kids, his girl, everything. You feel me? So it was like, I come up just knowing that I just gotta, like, I'm sharing the love with the people I'm always around. So with my family now, it's like that's just how I was raised.
Who was your best friend growing up? If you just could say one out of everybody.
Oh yeah, definitely LA was my best friend. That was my right hand man. We did everything together. Me, him, and M Thing. It was a 3. We was a 3P.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was me, him, and M Thing every day, all day. We never went a day without hanging with each other or calling each other. You know what I'm saying? We told each other all our business. You know what I'm saying? We called each other about everything. All our mamas was mine. Like, you know, his mama Tammy. You feel me? Yeah. And I talk to Mama LA all the time. You know, and it's like that's my mama. Like, when I'm talking to my mama, I'll be like, Mom, all right, I'm finna go call my mama. And she like, oh yeah, tell her. Like, my mama is like, that's your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, because Lenard was her son.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's like, at the end of the day, that's just how we was. And that's one of the reasons why I kind of like go hard for LA like that, because I'm really not ready to like living in like the now. Like, I just always try to remember who I was and what we was on. So a lot of relationships that, like, I go off a lot of past shit with a lot of relationships, you know. So it's like, LA being he been gone for so long, all I got to reflect on us is our past.
Right. And,
when he got killed, that was me. We was like this, and I can't act like we wasn't now that he not here. That's why I tell a lot of people, like, if you really this your real homie, if he died, go to jail, that don't change nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, when M-Thing went and did 5.5 years, I didn't even have no money. I wasn't rapping yet when M-Thing got locked up for that attempt in 2012. Right. But when I started rapping and getting features, I was sending him money. Hundreds. Right. Every time. I was coming to court. I was coming to see him. You know what I'm saying? I held it down. When his OG and them used to call me, they need money to do this and that, I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because these my guys. And when we was out here and they was in my face, we was like this. And that don't change because they not here. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was with Mama LA. I started when he was gone forever. Right. I extended my hand to his mother, his family, his household, all his sisters, because he the only boy too in their household. Right. So it's like, not to say that I was like filling in for him, because I could never do that. But it's like, I just tried to be the best brother and son that I could to them. Right. You know what I'm saying? And
that's all we can.
That's just how I was.
Right. On a lighter note, because I know you said about how you used to be playing football. Motherfuckers couldn't fuck with you. You feel going touchdowns, all that. Yeah. Do you work out? Because I see you got some muscles over there. So I don't know if it's like the way you said it. What, like, how was your diet as far as eating? Like, do you be working out? You eat healthy? What's going on?
Hey, really, like, honestly, I ain't gonna lie, like, not to sound like I'm trying to hype myself up, but for some reason I was always like on the more bulkier side than my people around. You feel me? Like, even when we was all little, I had flat chests and little stomachs. It was like I was kind of like a little, like I had a little more, like a little more cut up to me. You feel me? So I was always a little bigger than for them. They was always a little smaller, could fit certain pair of pants I couldn't get in and all type of stuff like that. So it's like I never really had to work out or really cared about working out until I got really incarcerated for a long period of time. Because in there, it's like, you got to find things to pass time. You know what I'm saying? And really, you got to find things to kind of like substitute the habits you had in the world. Like, you got to make working out kind of like a habit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got in the world, you got addictions like drugs and distractions. You got to kind of find something like that in jail too. Because when you sitting there and you don't got these things to distract you from your reality, that just you gotta wake up and every day be in this thing, you kind of like you will sink into the jail persona. So it's like me, when I got in jail, I started like playing cards for push-ups and playing spades for sit-ups, and just trying to figure out ways, because you're not just gonna work out or find working out fun from day one. You gotta train your mind to like look forward to working out. You know what I'm saying? In the county, making things up to just find an excuse to work out. And by the time I had got to prison, I was able to, like, that was just an everyday thing now.
So you still work out?
No, I really don't.
Right, you
I
just
really
naturally
don't, unless I just kind of was able to, like, tone it up to the point. I ain't gonna lie, like, I got big, got kind of small and cut up when I came home, got real big. Then I started doing these fucking pills and shit, and then got smaller. But it's like it didn't make me skinny. It just toned me back up.
What's your favorite movie? On a lighter note.
My favorite.
Because I like to talk about everything. Like we know, like you got so much to you. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to let all that overshadow. Like, what do something about you that people want to know? Like, what's your favorite movie? That's
I ain't
one
gonna
of the
lie.
questions.
I got a couple movies, and what's so crazy about people, like, they probably wouldn't even know this, but I'm a big ass kid. Like, I be watching all, like, you feel me? I watch shit like Superman, Batman. You know, like,
That's your
I be
shit.
fascinated and shit like that, because I used to be, as a kid, like, I used to watch Dragon Ball Z a lot, like, draw that shit a lot. Like, I used to, like, I be thinking, like, in my head, like, fool, what if I could do this? Like, I used to watch a lot of Kung Fu movies, like, damn, what if I could fight like that? I'll be raw as hell. I'll be, you know? I fantasize a lot, because I used to have a lot of, like, downtime and shit. I just used to think about a lot of shit. Like, my head, I think I got ADHD, so my head be gone. Fool.
ADHD, that's
So-
our word. We use
I got
that.
that shit, so I just, like, literally, my head be, like, all over the place. Like, I be just somewhere like, damn, so
Scatterbrained.
how's Earth? Like, you know, like, I be just coming up with goof-ass, lame shit, like conspiracy theories and shit.
Yeah.
Like, so I be on a lot of little superhero movies, or I like movies that's, like, I hate scary movies. Like, I don't like being scared. People be liking zombie movies and shit. I hate all that.
Shit.
I don't like movies where people be getting raped and shit. Like, I don't like all that goof ass shit. I want to watch some shit with some comedy, with some, like, lighter tone type of shit that I could, yeah, you know, like, or like some real, like, based on a true story. But it's like it's some shit.
Yeah,
It's some
me too.
shit that's like I can learn from, or I'm interested about. Like when they remake history shit and making movies and shit, like the Harriet Tubman movie that just came out.
Yeah.
That's some shit I watch, or some shit I could probably learn from.
Right.
You
feel
saw
me?
it yet?
I haven't saw it yet, you feel me? But I know I'm gonna go see it because I just be fascinated with that type of shit. I don't know if I'm finna say the word right, but I'm a kinetic or kinesthetic learner. Like, I like to see shit.
Right.
I'm like a hands-on learner. I don't use like you telling me some shit really don't get it. It don't really
Right.
register. So it's like
Visual.
a lot of shit that like I probably was taught in school. I'm just watching it in the movie like, damn, that's crazy. I ain't even know that.
Right, yeah.
But they probably told me that shit in school like 10 years ago. I was just not drawn off that
That's
shit
what
because
it
that
was.
shit really was not like clicking. But in the movie, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
When you see it, exactly.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
see it.
I know you be kind of on and off with the waves. Sometimes you wavy and sometimes they fell off. What's your... Yeah, well, you know, hey, one thing about you, like, on your page, you highlight that. You
Yeah.
let motherfuckers know, like, this is what's going on. You got a few images on there where,
Yeah.
you know, your wave game up. So, you can look up under the table, to the left, up under there. That's for you, right there. Just a little something, you know, that's going to help you step your wave game up a little better.
Cause I need a new rag too, you know, just hook me up.
Yeah,
Yes,
because I know you
sir.
into your wave, so that's just something from Love Handles, courtesy of Love Handles, located at 308 East 47th Street. Exclusive custom
It's
do
my
rags.
baby.
Yeah. So we got that, you know, me and Bo, we just wanted to, you know, gift you with something, you know.
It's my sticky.
Yeah. Because we know
I
you
can't wait
you know
to
you
show
want to
that to
keep
my
the waves
son.
together.
You see
So
what love handles
Hey,
the
yeah,
shit.
I'm
Yeah,
fucking
that's the
love
shit,
handles.
yeah.
Make sure y'all go fuck with them, man. I just look like I was just cool with this do-rag, but this my son. I'll definitely get it. Yeah. Hey, I
yeah,
just gotta
so
look
that's
emotional
what's
a little
up,
bit.
you know.
Hold on.
Yeah, you know, we love to see at the end of the day, Chicago as a whole, we just be wanting, you know, again, lack of communication, understandings and shit like that be the reasons for a lot of downfall, and we just want to see everybody grow.
Yeah.
At the end of
Everybody
the day.
grow, everybody
agree,
win,
man.
man. We
I
want to
agree.
thank you for coming out, man. You know, for all y'all people that don't have that new project, go get it. It's
Yeah.
hot from beginning to end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We waiting to see what you got coming up next, man.
Yeah.
Anything you need from us
Videos.
over here,
Yeah.
Man, the door's open, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. You know, I always got to come through and holler at the family. You know, it's bigger than just the podcast. And, you know, it's a lot of ties to this shit, man, with y'all, too. So it's like, it was a no-brainer. I knew it was going to be a thing I was going to have to do eventually anyway, and I was ready for it. So, you know, shout out to Str8Drop Uncut. You know. Shout out to, while I'm talking, everybody go get my Brothers Keeper 2. It's out now, all streaming sites. And shout out to my bro. That's one thing I try to do now is, like, every time I come in an interview, I try to, like, wear something or from somebody that, you know, is trying to get their brand started and stuff. My homie, Johnny Bang Bang, got this with the shit's clothing line, you know. And I'm rocking it today. It's the exclusive top and bottom. So, you know, y'all go fuck with my bro. And, you know, I got a lot of other shit coming soon, man.
That's what's up. And your IG, because I know sometimes, I know you enhance your name. So what's your new IG? Well, I know it ain't new.
Well, my IG is LA_gang with 3 G's at the end. Tay Capone. My Twitter is TAYSIXO. My Facebook is TAY_SIX. And my Snapchat is the same as my Twitter. So y'all go get up with me on everything. I'm verified on IG too, so y'all gonna know, you know what I'm saying, if it's me.
Right. That's what's up. We appreciate you coming through. We wish you nothing but success.
Stay out of trouble. Stay off the motherfucking and stop posting the memes with the people, man. And let's stay focused on the music.
All right, I got y'all, man.
All right.
That's what's up. You already know. Thank you for coming through. It's your girl, Chella H, the realest bitch in it.
And this is the realest nigga you motherfucking know, Big Boss Bo.
Y'all already know. And it's Str8Drop Uncut. Well, we bringing it to you raw. No B12, baby. Until next time.
Ooh, that was as raw as
Young niggas shoot like player step. Folks them on his ass, ain't getting no pass. He better go fake his step. Rap shit turning day ones into